Hey there folks, welcome back to Chits and Cardboard, and today we are covering our top 5 games for date night with Valentine's Day around the corner.
Yes, we are, and tonight's list is going to have a little bit of something for everybody.
Absolutely, whether you're heavy gamers looking for a heavy game to play together, or you're new to the hobby and you're just looking for something fun to play with your significant other, we'll have something for you. Stick around.
All right, our first entry on our top 5 games for date night is going to be Codenames Duet. This is a classic, and it's a great game for pretty much anybody, but it's also really, really good for couples who want to focus on their communication and have fun together while having this kind of deductive reasoning gameplay. While playing, you and your partner are going to be working together, one person as the clue giver and one person as the guesser. You're basically working together to try and have the person who's guessing choose the cards that are safe, which are your friendly agents, and avoid the assassin cards. In Codenames, the original game, there's only one card that's an assassin and you're working against opponents. In this game, however, there's 3 words that you want to avoid. If you choose any of those words, you're out of the game, you've lost. So as an example, if I'm the clue giver, I'm going to give a clue something along the lines of legs 2. That's directing my partner, or at least attempting to direct my partner, towards the words kick and frog, and away from something like nose or razor, which might be the assassin cards. Working together, turn after turn, you're trying to discover all the agent cards, and like I said before, stay away from the assassin cards. This is a great game to play together. You work on your communication skills, you try and get on the same wavelength as your partner, and you just have a lot of fun, and you can play it over and over and over again.
Okay, so number 4 on our list is Paint the Roses. Paint the Roses is a great follow-up to Codenames and is also like a deductive teamwork type of game. You are basically operating as the gardeners to the Queen of Hearts, trying to fulfill her whims and paint the roses the correct colors. Each player will have one of these whim cards. These whim cards are a combination of colors or shapes that your partners are attempting to guess in order to score points and get you further away from the Queen catching you. So each turn, you're going to take a tile from the display and try to use that tile to communicate to your partner which whim you have in your hand. You're going to place that tile on the board, then put hints on that tile equal to the amount of times that tile makes a match with the card in your hand. Every time you're able to guess a whim successfully, you will move further away from the Queen. Every time you fail, she will move closer to you. Once the board is filled and there's no spots left, you win the game.
Our next game, number 3, is Calico. Calico is a very cozy and fluffy game about quilts and cats, but it's actually very deceptive in the fact that it's a very thinky game as well. In Calico, you're going to be sewing your own quilt for your favorite fur baby. To do this, you're going to be going to an open market and choosing tiles and placing them on your board.
Cute as Calico is with all the cats, as we mentioned earlier, it gives you a whole lot to think about. There's about 3 layers to this game that are always burning the back of your brain every time you make a decision. The first layer is when you're drafting a tile, you're trying to get rows of 3 of the same color in order to put buttons into your quilt, while at the same time trying to create sets of a certain pattern to attract the cat you want, while at the same time meeting certain objectives around scoring tiles on your board, trying not to break those objectives to optimize your points. This results in a very brain-burning but very satisfying and ultimately cozy experience that any couple can get behind.
If you're a couple who loves being outdoors and out in nature, spending your time in a warm cabin or even in a tent, this is a perfect game for you. Our number 2 is Trailblazers. Each round of Trailblazers will find you and your partner drafting these trail cards. You'll use them to place them in your own play area to start from a camp and loop around, getting as many cards and as long as a path as possible that loops back to that same camp. The more trails you have that start and stop at that camp, the more points you'll score. As I mentioned before, you're trying to create trails that begin and end at the same camp. Everything starts off all calm and relaxed because you only have one camp and one type of trail to worry about. But then in each round after that, you're adding another camp and you're adding new trails. You're trying to get everything to work together. And everything goes from being nice and simple and easy to do to something that's quite intricate. Now, Trailblazers is a great game to play at home, but because of this very handy travel case, you can have date night on the go and you can play it wherever you want. And in addition, the pocket version of this game, it only costs around 15 bucks, which makes it an amazing addition on a budget to a great date night.
So now we're on to our number 1, and before you panic, just know my significant other, who's not into heavy board games at all, said I had to include this because she enjoyed her play of this so much. This is The Gallerist by Vital Lacerda. Now, I want to be clear, we are not recommending Vital Lacerda's games for the average gamer, especially not The Gallerist. This game is really heavy and crunchy and thinky and all those things. But what it also is a very appealing theme, a Euro game that makes sense. It's a worker placement game that doesn't block worker action, so it's generally very friendly. And the scoring is not very directly tied to what somebody else is doing, so you can still score really well and not have take that moments with each other. I won't go into crazy specifics about how this game is played because we'd probably be here for an hour, but generally speaking, you are a gallerist trying to purchase art from artists, raise the value of that art by promoting those artists, and then sell that art for a profit. The entire game revolves around money, and the person with the most money at the end of the game wins. Again, the great thing about this game is it's very non-confrontational, and if someone goes to a space and you want to go to that space, you can still go there. You're just giving them a bit of a bonus for doing so. It just plays super friendly on the table.
Okay, that wraps up our top 5 games for date night.
If you enjoyed this video, as per usual, like and subscribe. If
Yes.
you have anything to say, if you agree or disagree with us, or you have your own opinions or some games we might not have heard of,
Yeah, definitely.
comment down below. We'd love to see it.
Please do.
If you want to game with us or even just shoot the shit with us,
Yeah.
we opened up a Discord channel. You're welcome to hop in and chat and, well, the link will be in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm John.
I'm Jeff.
This is Chits and Cardboard, and we're signing out.